morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday morning medical Qigong class. It's great to see so many people and so many new faces. Quick things to for us to go over. First, if you could mute your I don't really Zoom call the thing, but if you could go on mute, and then we have lots of time for questions after. So please feel free to ask lots and lots of questions, but if you could ask them after class, that would be pretty great. The next thing is that we're going to introduce our fall exercises today. So we're going to do that after the 30-minute regular class. Typically on Fridays, what we do is we do the Golden 8 series, and today we're going to do the same Golden 8 series, and then we are going to, afterwards, after that 30 minutes has passed, we're going to do our seasonal exercises. Today, August 7th, is the beginning of fall, so it may not feel like fall where you are, but the earth is getting ready and preparing for the fall season. So to be a little more accurate, it's like the earth fall season. And if you haven't gone over those exercises yet, I highly recommend Henry's video, which should be up soon. It's rather long. It's like almost a 3-hour tutorial. So that hasn't been put up yet. So, but there we go. And I don't think I introduced myself. My name is Mary Francis. I'm one of Henry Junwali's medical Qigong students. With our medical Qigong practice, the most important elements are our breath, the exercise, and the mind intent. The exercise is important, but the breath and the mind intent are the most important elements. And I mention that because if you ever feel like you need to modify an exercise, if it's causing any type of pain, especially joint pain, please feel free to modify. We're not trying to push through the pain in this system. We're trying to work with our bodies so that we can dispel blood and qi stagnations. And typically, if we try to push through that, we might actually encourage blood and qi stagnation, which is not the point of what we're doing. And that's, I guess, about all I have to say. So let's go ahead and start in with our practice. We're working with our warm-ups first. We're going to open up hip width, shoulder width apart. Settling into the space. Allowing the bottoms of the feet to connect with the earth. Softening the knees. Relaxing the low back, letting the tailbone drop just a little bit, creating some space in the lumbar spine. Relaxing the shoulders. Softening the jaw. Elevating the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth that's connecting the front of the body and the back of the body. Bringing some awareness to the very top of the head, letting it reach up just a bit into the sky, creating a little bit of space in the cervical spine. And from here, we're going to start tapping with the right hand in the lower dantian, about 3 to 4 finger breaths beneath the belly button. I'm going to try to mirror you today. And we're going to start traveling up the midline, connecting the mind's eye with the area with which we're tapping. Starting to open up those channels, letting the vibration once again start to open up the tissues, allowing for greater qi and blood flow. wiping out anything you don't need or want, letting it go back into the earth. And switching sides. Widening the stance, I'm going to scoot over so I'm back in frame. We're tapping the inner thigh and then up at the hip. This is also a chance to open up the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, keeping the arms nice and loose. Letting the impetus of the tapping come from the momentum. We're opening up the channels in the lower half of the body now. Still breathing. Transitioning, starting from the hip, working our way down the inner aspect, the medial aspect of the legs towards just above the ankle. And then transitioning to the lateral aspect of the legs, coming back on up. Once you reach the hips and the glutes, sliding that left foot a little closer to the right, maintaining that hip width, shoulder width distance. We want a nice stable stance. And then coming up to just underneath the rib cage, or wherever it's comfortable for you, waking up the kidneys, waking up that kidney energy. Before placing the palms at the low back, circling down the sides and up the spine. Resting the palms at the low back. We're going to close the eyes. Inhaling through the nose, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow within the body to wherever it's needed. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the palms, allowing the kidneys to fill up with energy. And exhaling, allowing that energy to flow freely to wherever it's needed. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath. Allowing the breath to relax the body. And allowing the chi to flow freely to wherever it's needed. When you're ready, gently opening the eyes. Letting the arms come back down to the sides and closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. Okay, so we're going to start right on in with our Golden 8 series, the Lung and Large Intestines exercise. Reach for happiness. If these exercises are new to you, don't feel like you have to learn all of them all today. We're inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Now you get to go at your own breath rate, increasing or decreasing the speed, whichever works best for your breath. Allowing the mind to relax into the exercise. And getting ready to close. Closing. Our heart small intestine exercise, the archer, opening a little wider than shoulder width, hip width apart, the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Continuing on once again at your own pace. Allowing the movement to be an expression of the breath. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our third exercise, the spleen and stomach exercise between heaven and earth. Inhaling and exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Trying to stay as relaxed as possible. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our fourth exercise, the pericardium and Sanjiao exercise, turn and look back. Inhaling and exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Getting ready to close. Closing. Twist and release our liver gallbladder exercise. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Allowing your breath to carry you through the movement. Getting ready to close. Closing. Bend for health for the kidney and urinary bladder. Inhaling. Exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. In, out. Inhaling back to the start. Getting ready to close. Closing. Our Ren channel exercise, the energy punch. I'm moving off to the side so that I can look at an inanimate place. Opening. Inhaling as we gather. Exhaling. Inhaling throughout the extension. And then exhaling. Getting ready to close. Closing. And then our dew channel exercise, the energy jump. It's in 2 parts. Inhaling as we elevate. Exhaling, coming back to the earth. Getting ready to switch over. Part 2, inhaling as the arms come up, exhaling as they come down. And allowing yourself to come back to the center. Closing. Okay, keeping the feet together so that you can retain all that wonderful energy that we've been cultivating. Bringing the palms together, we're transferring some of that energy to the palms. We're going to do our facial rejuvenation exercises as part of our closing. Our magic number is 9. So washing the face 9 times. Wiping the brow and under the eye. Up and down the entirety of the nose. And then circles 9 in, 9 out. Please don't cut off your nasal passages. We want you to be able to breathe. And then imagine just underneath the pupil at the cheekbone. Dredging the channels of the scalp using all the fingertips, including the anterior hairline all the way through the posterior hairline. Beating the drum. And then grasping the ears using all of the fingertips. Popping the cork. Uniting the Ren and the dew channel, 9 circles in and then 9 circles out. And then massaging the jaw. Our number changes to 12 times total, or 6 times each side, brushing down the throat. And then brushing down the breastbone. We're going to do a simple closing with the hands, bringing the palms to the lower dantian, closing the eyes. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the lower dantian, allowing it to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing this energy to settle and store so that you might use it throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, gathering all that wonderful chi that you've been cultivating over the past half hour or so. Gathering it into the lower dantian. And then as you exhale, allowing that chi to settle and store so that you might use it throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling and exhaling at your own pace. Allowing the mind to relax into the breath. Allowing the breath to relax the body. And allowing the chi to settle and store so that you might use it throughout the rest of your day. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now, if you have to go, I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. If you want to stick around for the seasonal exercises, which are the first set of fall exercises, please feel free to do so. And then tomorrow we're going to be working on rejuvenation. So let's do the set transition. It's not much of a set transition. I'm very, very kind of low tech here. We're simply bringing the iPad down. There we go. Did that work? Sort of, kind of. I'm moving it over a little bit. There we go. And then we're bringing out my mat. And there we are. We have our set change. Okay. So I am guessing this is going to take about 15 minutes, but I am not sure because this is the first time that we've done this together in this way. As I mentioned beforehand, Henry went over these exercises in detail during his seminar that was this Wednesday. If you want to go and check out that seminar, it will be up. At some point, there is a $40 fee for it, I believe, because it goes into not just the exercise, but all of the wonderful things that we should be thinking about and putting into our minds for fall. So first, we're going to be sitting. Now I'm sitting elevated on my mat because my knees are not so happy. So remember, modification is key. We want to keep the joints super happy. We're sitting cross-legged, or some people prefer half lotus. It's up to you. Right now, I'm going to stick with my kind of cross-legged stance. Sit. Okay, so for our, what is it called? Intro warm-up for the seasonal exercises, we're going to do baby fists. So this is not how you punch people, but you are going to take your thumb and allow the forefingers to wrap around it, letting the fists come to the thighs. They're loose fists, they're not super tight, and the palms are up. And then with the tip of the tongue still touching the roof of the mouth, we're going to close the eyes. allowing the body to come into position, come into the moment. So structurally, we're allowing the head to reach up a bit into the sky, lengthening the cervical spine a little bit, and trying to drop the tailbone so that there's a little bit of space in the lumbar spine. These are subtle movements. We don't want to force anything. Tip of the tongue still touching the roof of the mouth. We're breathing in and out through the nose. As we inhale, guiding the breath all the way down to the lower dantian, or as far down into the torso as is comfortable for you. Exhaling, we're allowing the breath to exit the body in a nice, relaxed manner. We're doing this about 3 times. Just inhaling and exhaling. On our 3rd exhale, we're going to open the eyes, letting the palms come flat against the earth as we inhale. And then exhale as we curl forward. Inhaling as we unfurl, extending the neck, looking up, eyes are back, shoulders are up, and then exhaling and inhaling 3 times. On the 3rd exhalation, we come back, releasing the shoulders, curling forward, coming back to the earth. Inhaling as we come up. Once again, 3 inhalations and exhalations. So now we're going at our own pace. Getting ready to close. So for closing, we're simply going to inhale, coming back on up to the start, except instead of bringing our hands into baby fists, we're going to bring the palms to our lap. Now, traditionally, men have their right hand on the bottom, left hand on top. Women traditionally have their left hand on bottom and right hand on top. It's up to you. The thumbs are going to be connected. And from here, we're going to press the teeth together. Once again, this depends on if you want to use more masculine energy versus feminine. Typically, or what I should say is traditionally, Men press their teeth together 36 times. Women press their teeth together 24 times. But you get to choose. Then next, we're going to take the tongue and we're going to swirl it around in the mouth, going clockwise 9 times and then counterclockwise 9 times. I'm not mirroring you here, so you go at your own clockwise and counterclockwise. And if you start generating saliva in your mouth, please keep it for now. Okay, now with any saliva that you've cultivated, swish it around in your mouth between your teeth 36 times. And now we're going to swallow the saliva in thirds. As you swallow, allow it to come all the way down to the lower dantian. And then allow the saliva. It's actually a really precious, precious body fluid in Chinese medicine. Allow it to settle in the lower dantian and store. And that's it. Thank you so much.